Hello, everybody. Welcome to the 2017 Women in Product Conference. We are so happy to have all of you ladies here today. Well, I think there's some problems with the slides, so we'll hold on a second. It's okay. It has been an incredible journey to get here. It's interesting because actually 10 women in April of last year decided it would be really great to have a community of women connecting over product management. We can learn from each other, we can build products together, and we can build a community. And it's been so incredible to see all of it come together for our second conference. What's been amazing is that this was just a dream of a few people who met at dinner one night. We've been doing these product salons for some time. And one night at dinner, we were talking about, hey, it would be really great if we figured out if we could do our own conference. We were talking about going to Grace Hopper. We were talking about how we could connect. And we thought, engineers have a community, designers have a community, why not us? And so right there and then we said, you know what? We should go do something. We should actually just put together a conference and see what it takes. Well, this morning I saw the same ladies who started this together, and we pinched ourselves and said, this is really real. And it's so incredible to have all of you as a part of it. What's also fascinating is, this is really a volunteer-run effort. It is really put together by people who are passionate about product management in the space. The slides aren't advancing. AV problems, that's okay. It was a really humble dream that we had put together, actually. And last year, you can see here, was our first conference with 350 amazing ladies. But when we started working on it, it was interesting. We were talking to our first events team, and they said, you actually should be pretty modest. Like, no one's going to come to a conference in this first year. You should really try an evening event and maybe aim for 150. And we had several thousand people apply to be in our community and as part of the event. And this year, there are 1,500 of us here today. And what's most amazing about this is our community is 5,000 strong. So those of you who've connected over our email, over our Facebook group, we have 5,000 women, which means a third of us are here with us in person, which is just incredible. But who are we? We are product managers. We are product managers who are creating products together. But we're also non-product managers as well. You can see there, 18% of us here today are not product managers. But we actually do a variety of things, including project management, design, research, as well as business management. Of those who are here today who are not product managers, half of you actually aspire to be product managers. Now, those who are product managers, many of you have a variety of experience and levels. And we have people from across companies with different titles. Actually, most of us are from large companies, but we do have folks from smaller companies as well. And we cover the gamut of what technology is, from commerce to platform services to media. We have women who cover all of the things in technology and work in industries, largely across enterprise and consumer products. We also study a number of different things. It's interesting. When I started in product management, I was graduating with an MBA, and I kind of stumbled into tech. I went to a career fair, and I saw a booth for PayPal, and they said, hey, you want to interview? You can have lunch with us, you can come see our offices, and I'm like, sold. I was actually headed back to North Carolina with my husband, where we were from, and they said, well, just come meet us. And I fell in love. And I remember I was there, Catherine Wu was there, she was the early product manager at Facebook, at PayPal and now at Facebook. And the recruiter had said to me, well, do you want a role in product or in marketing? And I looked at her, she was a year ahead of me, and I said, what do you do? She said, I'm a product manager. And I said, that sounds good. And so I interviewed, and all they did was ask me, what would you build? And that's an easy question, right? For any product manager, when they say, what do you build? You spend half an hour just describing every single thing you would build and everything wrong with their product. And I got this job. And I showed up the first day, and I remember going to the VP of product, Amy Clement, and I said, so what am I supposed to do? And she's like, you're supposed to just build all the stuff that you told us in the interview. And I said, that sounds good. And I've spent the last 15 years in product management. But what's interesting is we had an extremely diverse product team. It was actually 50-50, men and women. But somewhere along the way, we kind of started requiring technical degrees. And of course, CS degrees are earned 18% by women, it's similar in engineering. And so it's interesting to note that only a third of us in this room who are product managers actually have a CS or engineering degree, which is really fascinating. Just so many of us successful product managers don't need that degree. And yet it's been a requirement for so long, which is why there are fewer of us in this industry. But that's changing. You can see a lot of us actually have graduate degrees. In fact, 50% of us. And so a pretty illustrious crowd. And we represent a number of different demographics, marital statuses, and a third of us have children as well. Question I've heard is, what do we think? What does we as a community think? So we asked a few questions about that in our survey. How satisfied are you, those of you who are product managers, with your career in product management? And 83% of you said that you were satisfied or very satisfied. Would you recommend product management to a woman starting out her career today? And 93% of you in this space would recommend it as a career. And do you believe men and women have equal opportunities in product management? And 72% of you believe that men have more opportunities, which means we still have a long way to go. We asked this question, have you ever faced discrimination as a PM because you're a woman? And 40% of you said yes. And so we asked you why. Slower promotion being one of them, less compensation, less challenging assignments. Actually, one of the open-ended questions was, tell us about this. And most of those were about condescension and being not taken seriously and people talking down to us. But also, 66 people actually said they were the subject of unwanted advances as well. And 37% of us have been told we're abrasive or aggressive. So how many of you have been told you're abrasive or aggressive? Right? So that's something which is rarely told to men in our industry. And we work in a lot of industries where diversity is still a challenge. Most of us work in companies where less than 20% of the executive team are women. But it gets better with product management and with all employees. And so hopefully over time we will be able to grow our careers and grow as leaders and eventually become executives at these companies and change that entire dynamic. One of my favorite things is at the very end we ask open-ended questions of you. The question we asked this year was, what is the most discouraging thing you have been told? And so, for the audience participation section, we will ask the ladies to stand up and read what some of you have been told so that you can hear what the voice of other people sounds like in your ear. So why don't you start with the first one? Stand up. Oh, they're turning on the mic.
When am I going to lose you to motherhood?
Keep it on. Yeah.
Anyone want to go to a gentleman's club after dinner?
Your technical question is cute. You got the job because they needed diversity, not because you're actually qualified.
Women are so much less rational.
Having kids is going to make it hard for you to be successful.
I'm surprised you are capable of working in tech.
They shouldn't have assigned a woman to this project.
Women are biologically programmed to be less qualified for a job in tech.
Never heard that one before.
You should be an admin instead of a PM since you like helping with events.
Okay, I've gotten this. You are too pretty to be in tech.
Keep going.
We won't sponsor your visa because you may get married and abandon your career.
Women do not have the right temperament to be leaders.
Wow. You're emotional and bossy.
So how many of you have heard statements like that told to you? How many of you hear those echoes in your head as you're working every single day? Because it's something which, we actually sent out the survey to 1,500 of you. We got about 1,100 responses or so. And of that, about half of you actually wrote something. And it was really difficult to read all of them. I read every single one. And I joked that I'm going to create an account and actually every day have it send out one of these with the hashtag #StuffWomenHere, just so everyone can see what those subtle messages we are being told every single day. And sometimes they're not so subtle either. This is what we hear as women in technology. These are the voices in our head, and these are the things that we worry people are thinking about us. And I think that that's one of the big challenges for us, is that those messages keep us from achieving. They make us question ourselves, and they make us wonder what we're worth in tech as well. But the question I ask again is, who are we? And here is actually the response I got. I asked the question, what is the proudest product you have ever built? What is the product that you're most proud of? And about 600 of you answered. And this is what we saw. These are world-changing technologies, life-saving products, billion-dollar businesses built by someone in this room. And what's incredible is that these women built these products and they're sitting right beside you. And so when I ask, who are we as a community? Who are the women in product? We are builders. We are creators. And we are leaders. That's who we are. We are women in product, and we're really proud to have you today. Thank you so much. Before we go on, a couple housekeeping items. One is our theme is Women Who Build. And so beside you are all the women building amazing technology, so please be open and get to know one another. Network and meet new people and connect. And be open to the opportunity to hear the voices of those around you who build technologies and build careers in this space. Two is our hashtag is WIP2017. Use it. Post on social media and share. We're having a hashtag posting contest, and so we'll be raffling things throughout the day for those of you who are sharing. And finally, we ask that you not live stream and video the event today. We will actually have professional videos available of most of the talks. But we do ask that you be respectful of the speakers who are sharing some things that may be very sensitive. We want them to be open and to be able to share with you their stories and have them be able to tell you some of the experiences they have. So thank you so much. I'm really excited to bring up Fiji, who's next.